So the very first thing you want to do once you access the app is go to the top right corner over here, select Connect Electron. I have my Electron turned on, and it is right next to me. And so what you'll see is once the Bluetooth starts to try to connect, my Electron machine will show up. Go ahead and click on it to connect. And then when the top right corner here shows that it is green, it means we are now connected. Now, on this screen, which is again the home screen, there's going to be a few different program sets. For ease of access, we give the quick start options, easy, medium, hard on top. There's warm-up options, which is specifically side-to-side programs for easy, medium, and hard. So just an example, hop into the medium, you'll see, hey, this is a built-in program, 28 to 31 miles per hour. And then the spin will either be a flat spin or a backspin of 250 rotations per minute. And you would set up your Electron at the base of the pickleball court, and then it will fire into kind of this gray highlighted area within this range. If you want to start this, click the start button on the bottom. You'll hear my Electron right beside me starting to kind of purr a little bit. If you want to pause, you could pause. You could continue, let it start firing balls. If you want to stop the program, just click the stop button, and then the Electron will come down, and you could go ahead and select the next drill that you want to do. As for warm-ups, it's very much the same thing, but it's a little bit more precise in terms of where the ball shoots to. So again, what you'll see here is there's an infinite amount of loops here. The bullet point up top says, hey, place the Electron location at the baseline center. The balls could shoot, again, right, left at 31 miles per hour with 0 spin. And then if you want to start, just go ahead and start it. You could pause it midway. You could stop the program after a while. So again, these are some pretty simple pre-built programs that will allow anybody to go ahead and get started to be able to start your practice right away. There's also other built-in programs that we've created. If you take a look here, there's like a full menu. There's something called Cardio Burn, where we have programmed so that the ball could kind of land in a variety of different diverse places on the court with various speeds, spins, delays between shots. And this, again, gives the user a lot of variety in the workout, and it gets their heart racing. There's also other serves such as side-to-side baseline, side-to-side kitchen. And again, something to note here is as you click into each of these programs, there's going to be bullet points on top that indicate, hey, where are you supposed to place the Electron for this drill? And so for this drill, for side-to-side kitchen, it's suggesting that you place the Electron at the center T at the kitchen, and then you would put a lob accessory, the lob riser, on the bottom peg of the Electron so that the trajectory is a little bit higher. So you need to pay attention to some of these prompts on the top for, mostly one side, the Electron's back at the baseline, and there's no lob riser needed. So those are kind of our built-in programs. You guys could click through, kind of see what varieties we have. But then for those who don't want to stick with the built-in programs, we have a choice for you to go ahead and customize your very own. I customized this one just now, gave it a random name. I put the Electron on the baseline center. It shoots to the spot I want to shoot. And then the nice thing is, hey, if I want to edit any of these shots, I could come in, I could place the pickleball in different places. Now notice how if you place the pickleball in a certain place, sometimes there might be a little prompt on the top that says, hey, spin speed combo cannot hit the target. Insufficient delay or altitude angle change needed. So you'll see on the bottom, our little toggle here is outside of the highlighted white range. In order for it to be a feasible shot from a physics perspective, you would then toggle it so that it's within within that very speed or spin range and delay range, so that it's a feasible shot that could be hit. I'm going to go back. Now, you could also obviously add a shot. So in here, I'm adding a shot. Let's add a shot to the corner right-hand side of the court. I want to ramp up the speed here for a little bit more of a challenge. Once I'm satisfied with the settings, I go ahead and save the shot. Now, obviously, there are certain shots in pickleball where, it's highly repeatable. You're a coach, you want to program something that you could, a certain specific type of shot that you could bring back into the program at any given point. I've added like a saved shot here. If you add a saved shot, you could create a brand new custom shot. Let's call this one the kitchen. And then using these very specific nodules, you could kind of customize, hey, where's the machine supposed to turn? How do I want it to be in terms of altitude and azimuth, the shot distance, the spin, the speed, the delay. And then I could save this shot, and then we could call this shot the kitchen. And then again, it's another shot that has been pre-programmed onto your app that you could always add to your customized program. And same thing as the built-in programs. Once you have your custom program set, the delays in between, the settings for each shot, you could go ahead and start the machine. It'll fire up again, and then it would fire according to the customized shots, the placement, everything that you set up within this program. And don't forget, you could always change the order here. For example, if you want your shots to be in a random order instead of the order that you selected, you could go ahead and do that. You could choose the number of cycles you want to go through, maybe 5 cycles. You could say, hey, instead of having the electron in the baseline center, you want it at the kitchen tee, you want it on the right-hand corner, the left-hand corner, etc. And then, obviously, you can mirror the shots too, so that they end up doing the opposite side of what you selected before. So there's a lot of different settings here to play with, changing the order of specific shots that occur. Everything is highly, highly customizable for you. So the last part that I also want to share with everybody is the single shot mode, and this is particularly useful for coaches. Oftentimes in the traditional sense, if you're a pickleball coach, you might be standing on the other side of the net, feeding balls manually to your students, and then watching them execute the shot from the other side. Some coaches, it's been a long day. You've been through 5 dozen different lessons with different students. Maybe at different times you might get a little bit tired, or the type of shot that you're hitting to your student might not be consistent enough. You want to rely on the machine to provide that consistent shot for your student to practice with. So then again, go ahead and select where you want the ball to land, all the spin and speed settings, where the machine is located, and then once you're ready, you could start the machine. And then in this mode, instead of the machine going ahead to execute the shot or a shot routine, you would be the one as the coach or as the pickleball partner to hit the fire button and dictate when the ball comes out. You could also repeat a specific shot for 3 shots in a row. So again, this is like a very nice coaching tool that you guys could play with, and is also likely useful for any content production that you guys might be looking to do. In this last part, it's called manual mode. Again, once you have the Electron in front of you and you're playing around with manual mode, you'll realize that, hey, as you're clicking these different arrows, the machine is robotically kind of changing its elevation, its angle, its azimuth, and then you could obviously toggle with spin and speed again. This again is, hey, you're not really necessarily satisfied with the court map that we provide in the other modes, and you want a very, very specific type of shot placement and shot setting. This manual mode gives you that highest level of precision when you're playing with the Electron and you want it to shoot in a specific way.